Hey there, it's Dr. Guerrero. I just wanted to go over a couple things. We've officially made it to the third day-ish. And tonight, all of your orientation assignments are due. So everything that was due December 10th is due tonight. Please make sure you're aware that there's no late work accepted. So if you don't get it done or you don't get it turned in because you don't have the lockdown browser or whatever, unless we have documentation of extenuating circumstances, there's not anything we can do. So if it's because we have technical difficulties or anything like that, again, since it's an online class, it's very difficult to get waivers for that so that we can accept those grades. So don't take anything personal, and we just have to keep moving forward. Okay, so a couple of things I want to point out. The course schedule. So when you click this within our class, it tells you, hey, you don't have anything due tomorrow, but on Sunday, December 10th, it tells you you have all of these things due. Okay. Then through the next 7 days, so remember I told you Thursday is the due date each week for everything. So when you click on Thursday, it'll show you everything that is due Thursday. Okay. And so I want you to know that that's there. That's how you can get it. And the best part about this, you don't have to go back to the course. You can click these hyperlinks and they'll take you directly to those assignments. Okay. So just know that those are there. Again, that's within our class, and you click on course schedule. Okay, the next thing I want to kind of go over is how to cover the content. So many of you are really awesome students and you're great at studying. Some of you may struggle in this area, so I'm just going to make a couple of suggestions and try to keep it quick. So when I click on Module 1 covers 3 different chapters, and technically you have, on a normal setup, you would have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to prepare for the exam. So it gives you about 1.5 days for each chapter. So the way I would start off every module would be to open up the review, okay? And when you click on this, there are 2 reviews, one that the college gives and then the one that I created. I'm going to show you how to use the one I created. The one the college gives says basically just know everything in the textbook. So there's always 2 options. So I would start off by downloading this, and it looks like this. Okay. The next thing is when you're within your class, you again click Module 1 and then Module 1 lectures. Module 1. And then Module 1 lecture. When you click on this link right here for the first chapter, it gives you the link to the YouTube videos of me lecturing on it, as well as the PowerPoints, okay? So again, the way I would start all of this up, I would have my exam review. I would go ahead and pull the PowerPoints up for that chapter as well. And then I would also make sure that I had that video, okay? So that I can pause and play the video. I have the PowerPoints that go along with it. And at the same time, I can access the review. Okay, I would save this. I don't know if you're collaborating with other people. If you can send this to me by Wednesday of the week, I will go through it and say, hey, this looks good, or hey, I would put more information here. But let me just show you kind of how I use this. Most people try to just know definitions for these exams. The way these exams are written is they're written for application. So you have to know the definition and you have to know how it applies. So knowing the definition is not enough to pass the exams. So, like for example, the term is biology. Okay, I would create a new document, save it however you want to save it. Then I would watch the video, and whenever I talk about whatever biology is, okay, biology is the study of life, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that there. Biology is the study of life. And then within the video, I kind of explain some stuff out, and so then I would add that information as I was listening to the lecture. Okay, then the next content is levels of organization. So I would go back to that. I would play the lecture video, and then I get into characteristics of living things, and then hierarchy of living systems. Okay, so it's cells, tissues, organs, organ systems, organisms, and all of that. So I would just start with that. And again, just using the notes to fill it out will be kind of difficult unless you've already taken this class before. Some of you may be retaking it, so you may already have an idea, of what it looks like. I wanted that to format cooler. And then continue to type. When I get to stuff like, let me just use DNA, for example. I know that in the PowerPoint, I have this information about DNA, and then I have this diagram. So you can easily, since you download these, you can easily select it, copy it, and paste it. Then of course, make it smaller so that you're really, while you're learning the information, you're also creating your exam review. Okay. Once you cover the entire chapter, so you get through one, and I would love to tell you that these exam reviews are in order of the chapter. They're not, but that is something I'm working on. Okay. I see it as a need, and I'll change it for future terms, but for right now, that's not how it is. So you may have to like jump around and see, okay, kingdom, that's going to be in chapter 1, phylum class, chapter 1. So as you listen to the lectures, you can see what's there. This is all chapter 1. Okay, so there's a lot that you can get from that. Then it'll go on to chapter 2. So chapter 2 and 3 are also included in this review. Okay, I just want you to understand, like, it's not in order, but I will work on that for future exams. Then, so you've gone through the lecture video, you've looked at the notes, you can add to the notes, you can copy paste those notes, whatever works for you, you've added to your exam review. Then there is, within the class, when you have an assignment that goes along with it, it's kind of a little quiz. It's not kind of a little quiz, it is a little quiz. Not due until the 14th, but it would make sense that you would start taking it as soon as you got a kind of a good understanding of that content. So when you, oh, that's not where it's at. I apologize. It's one of the chapter review quizzes. And introduction to biology quiz. So that's this quiz. Then it'll launch for you. I'm not in the student view right now, but you can take that quiz and kind of see if you can answer them without any help, or if you can use your notes on these because they're not monitored. You can also take these as many times as you want, because you are the highest grade is recorded. So if you take it 15 times and you score really high on the 9th time, it'll record just the 9th time as the high score. Okay, but then if you do chapter 1, you learn that content, you fill in your review, and you start doing this review quiz, and you do that review quiz each day or a couple times each day, and then you add chapter 2, and then you add chapter 3, and you kind of have that disciplined activity, you'll see yourself perform better on the exams. For additional exam questions, I advise my students to go to Seminole State. It's Seminole State. It's a college in Florida, but I put Seminole State biology exams. When you go there, they have general biology practice exams. And for your first exam, it's this one right here. And you click on it and it'll give you a PDF of some questions. Lots of questions. Not all of them you will see, but they are really good application questions, because I don't want you to be fooled in thinking if you can do the review quizzes, the chapter review quizzes here, that you're solid for the exam. This is just, can you recall the content? Can you recall the content and answer it? And yeah, you may see 1 or 2 of them, but there's no more than about 5% of your exam that would be including those these practice quiz questions. More of them are going to be match verbiage from questions like this, where you have word problems and you're trying to organize it in different ways. So you can practice these. If you're going through these, of course, I don't know that I mentioned, but just one more time, there's not an answer key. So if you're looking at one, you can't find it on Google and you want to talk it through with me, just reach out and I will correspond back and forth with you. Okay. I'm not sure I can think of anything else to talk about right now, but I do thank you for your time. Thank you for making it to the day 3, getting your orientation assignments turned in, and let's get rolling on module 1. Remember, your exam will be open Friday and Saturday. So all of your module 1 assignments are due Thursday. Give yourself time, manage your time wisely. Don't forget about your McGraw-Hill labs as well. Okay, have a great evening, and I will talk to you the next time.